Pakistan and Saudi Arabia signed a defense agreement on the 17th of September. Now, this agreement was signed during the state visit of Pakistan Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and, of course, Field Marshal Asim Munir to Riyadh. Now, a key clause of this pact states that any aggression against either country shall be considered an aggression against both. Now, this visit comes a week after Israel launched an airstrike on Qatar, an ally of the United States. Now, will this agreement also include the transfer of nuclear weapons? Will Pakistan aid Saudi Arabia if it comes to the crunch? And for that, we have to look at a 2013 BBC story where the BBC reported how Saudi Arabia had financed Pakistan's nuclear weapons program. The BBC, in fact, called it a cash and carry deal for warheads. Now, in 2013, a former head of Israeli military intelligence told a conference in Sweden that if Iran got the bomb, the Saudis will not wait 1 month. They've already paid for the bomb and they'll go to Pakistan and bring what they need. The BBC quoted President Barack Obama's advisor, Gary Samore, as saying that the Saudis believe that they will have an understanding with Pakistan that they could acquire nuclear weapons from Pakistan in an emergency. And that emergency would be if Saudi Arabia saw Iran getting nuclear weapons. Now, in 2023, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia told Fox News that if Iran were to get nuclear weapons, if it indeed got the bomb, we will have to get one. This was, in fact, one of the most direct statements of its kind in recent times from Saudi Arabia, which leads one to believe that if it came to the crunch, as Mohammed bin Salman said, Saudi Arabia will turn to the only Islamic country with a nuclear weapon and the ability to launch those weapons, and that is Pakistan. Now, Pakistan has missiles like this Shaheen 3 that you see here on a parade, and most importantly, it also has the ability to deliver these missiles at long ranges. In fact, it is the only country in the region which has the ability, the missiles and the strategic weapons to target the state of Israel. But there's a third country in this triangle, and that's China. And that's where in the 1980s and in the 1990s, China supplied Pakistan covertly with nuclear weapons blueprints, bomb-grade uranium, and M11 ballistic missiles. Now, at the same time, China also supplied Saudi Arabia with ballistic missiles. It supplied Saudi Arabia with dozens of these Dongfeng 2 missiles. Now, these missiles, which you see on a parade over here, these were unveiled by the Saudi Arabians for the first time in 2014. These missiles are considered by many experts to be too inaccurate for use as conventional weapons. Therefore, it is believed that Saudi Arabia has deployed these Dongfeng missiles for over 3 decades as a strategic weapon, that these could be readily used to fit Pakistani nuclear weapons onto these missiles, giving Saudi Arabia nuclear weapons capability. There's also other evidence of Saudi involvement in Pakistan's nuclear weapons program. And in his book a few years back, Major General Firoz Hassan Khan acknowledges how Saudi Arabia provided generous financial support to Pakistan that enabled the nuclear program to continue. Now, this is a direct admission almost of the fact that the Pakistani nuclear weapons program was financed by Saudi Arabia. Now, at the height of the Iran-Israel war in June this year, General Mohsin Rezai, a senior member of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or the IRGC, also a member of Iran's National Security Council, claimed that Pakistan has assured us that if Israel uses a nuclear bomb on Iran, they will attack Israel with a nuclear bomb. Now, Pakistan was quick to deny this claim, but the agreement now with Saudi Arabia in 2025 has once again brought the spotlight back to Pakistan's nuclear arsenal and its safety. And this nuclear arsenal is one that's coveted by its neighbors, Saudi Arabia and Iran.